Pixar's Lightyear recently released in theaters this past weekend, and of course stars Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, the real Buzz Lightyear this time, not the toy. It's, the whole confusing thing of like, oh, it's the movie that the toy is based on, that the movie is based on the movie about toys. Whole big complicated thing. I'm still excited to see it. I love Buzz Lightyear. But Chris Evans, of course, he's mainly known for playing Captain America in the MCU, but also he formerly played the Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, in the Fox Fantastic Four movies in the early 2000s. So with this whole press tour of Lightyear, Chris Evans, of course, has been doing a bunch of interviews, and at one point he was asked if he'd be open to returning as Captain America in the MCU, but in another time he was asked if he would be open to returning as the Human Torch for some sort of multiversal project in Marvel Studios. And he said that he would love to. He'd actually be even more open to that than returning to Captain America because, the way that story and that character ended was so perfect that he doesn't want to mess with that. But doing a multiverse version of Human Torch is something that he would be delighted to do. And this is something that I think would be really, really awesome to see. Obviously, we just saw Doctor Strange in Multiverse Madness bringing back Anson Mount as Black Bolt, John Krasinski in his Mr. Fantastic, Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart. So they can do that. They can bring in a different version of the character from a different universe that is just played by the same actor. And the only question is, where would it happen? Because, of course, we just got Multiverse Madness, so we don't really know what's going to be the next big multiverse project. Obviously, the assumption is Secret Wars, and that would be pretty cool because, obviously everybody wants to see him back as Captain America, but, we don't really need that. We had 10 years, actually 11 years with Chris Evans as Captain America in the MCU. It was great. He had the perfect ending to his story. So why bring him back and ruin that? Especially when you have now a new Captain America with Sam Wilson, Captain Carter, who's super popular now as well, plus Bucky and a US agent, basically evil Captain America. So you don't really need this Captain America back in the MCU. So if you're going to do Secret Wars and do a bunch of multiversal characters, instead of bringing back a different version of Chris Evans as Captain America, it might be even cooler to have him as the Human Torch, especially with today's updated CGI. That would be awesome. That would be something really, really cool. Because then you can have people kind of look at him and be like, hey, you look kind of familiar or something like that. And there could be jokes like that. And that would be a lot of fun. Now, will it happen? I don't know. Because we don't know when or if Secret Wars is actually going to happen. I don't expect an official announcement anytime soon, but I think this would be really, really cool to see Chris Evans back as Human Torch, as a multiverse version of the character, maybe even bring back that whole version of the Fantastic Four, because honestly, great casting. Ian Grufford as Mr. Fantastic. I don't remember the actors' names for the other ones, but, Chris Evans, Thing, Invisible Woman. Bring back those actors. Bring back that whole Fantastic Four, and that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool because, those movies really aren't that bad, and the casting was amazing. So I would love to see this. Again, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think it would be really cool and a lot of fun, especially if Chris Evans would be open to doing it. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news that Chris Evans wants to return as the Human Torch in the MCU? And so let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.